the one thing that I tell people, because I never know when a person comes into the clinic, if they're going to end up being a patient or not. They're coming in to want a consultation. They're sitting there talking with one of the providers. When I'm doing the consultation, I always, always, always tell them that the one thing that they need to do, regardless of whether they come to us or go anywhere else, is they need to forgive. Well, what do you mean I need to forgive? You need to forgive whoever. Well, I'm not carrying any kind of grudge against somebody. We're all carrying a grudge against somebody, whether we know it or not. I mean, it may be the kid that stole your milk money when you were, 4 years old, but still, just make a list of everybody and start forgiving them. And not forgiving them like, God, I just, it's fine, I forgive you. No, not like that. Like literally forgive them, like set that free, because it's not whether the person deserves a forgiveness or not. It's whether you deserve to carry that pile of manure on your back for the rest of your life that's been causing this agony that that person should have forgiven me. Or that, in fact, they did a study and they polled people and found out how many people the exclusion criteria was inclusion criteria was basically if somebody felt like there was something that somebody owed them an apology for. Then they took those people, documented that, and then they contacted the person that they felt that they deserved, like the group A that they deserved an apology for. So they contacted group B. Group B was the one that was supposed to apologize. And what they found was that 86% of group B, that group A felt that they were owed an apology, 86% of them didn't even know they did something wrong to apologize. So now we're walking around with this issue in our own heads, that this person should have owed me an apology. And that, like my mom, before she passed, she had cancer. She had 3 different types of cancer, and I treated her for 3 different types of cancer. And she did great each time, but then after she finished the treatment, she would go back to the same exact problem that she was doing before, the same lifestyle. It was like, why are you doing that? Well, the 3rd type of cancer got her, but her sister, my aunt, who raised me for a while, she raised me when I was like 8, 10 years old. They hadn't talked for like almost 2 decades. And I'm talking to my aunt, and I'm talking to my mom, and my aunt says she's going to come and see my mom. And so I asked the question, why aren't you talking? My mom couldn't remember, and my aunt couldn't remember, but it was important enough that they still weren't talking, right? So this is a type of inertia that we end up creating for ourselves to overcome. So it's very important for us to understand that this dynamic we're talking about, it's on a cellular level, it's either something that shouldn't be in our bodies or something that we need in the bodies. And it's the same thing when you look at the whole body. It's the same thing. It's either something that's eating us or something that we're consuming that we shouldn't be consuming, right? And I'm not talking about food. It's like that anger, hate, fear, lack of forgiveness, whatever it is. And so if it's not eating you, you're eating it type of thing, right? So what we have to remember is that it really comes down to, it's all about the environment, and you got to safeguard your environment. That's what cancer is.